We open on a forging shop in ancient China, setting the scene for some classic martial arts drama. And we immediately cut to our boy getting chased by a pissed-off chef for trying to learn his wok skills. Our guy completely eats it, spilling firewood everywhere. Bro got caught lacking on day one. He's on his knees begging, but his own thought bubble tells us this is just another Tuesday for him. The chef ain't having it and starts tenderizing his skull with a giant ladle. Talk about tough love. Turns out they're on a deadline to feed the masters or they'll get more than a ladle lashing. Chef's son, the absolute unit, lines up the kitchen staff to lay down the law. He starts gassing up this try-hard, Nyugui, for pulling an all-nighter doing horse stance. Our boy just has to take the L and get back to work while the others watch. He's already sick of this whole situation, and honestly, I don't blame him one bit. Chef's son is still on his ass, basically yelling at him to come eat. Bro can't even catch a break during mealtime. And our boy immediately folds like a cheap suit. This dude's spirit has been absolutely broken. Night falls, and we get a dramatic shot of some firewood. You know some shit's about to go down. MC is standing on the woodpile, hyping himself up for his big day. Okay, let's see this master plan. He's gotta endure the BS for now, but my man is plotting. The chibi art can't hide that simmering rage. The next day, some old dude gives him his allowance and a day pass. Finally, a quest outside the tutorial zone. He bolts out the door and casually drops that he was transmigrated a month ago. Wait, this dude's an isekai protagonist. Our boy gets his first real look at the city, and he's ready for his main character arc to finally start. His grand plan is a ritual, but he's too broke for the right animals. My man's trying to budget his way to godhood. He finds out killing an ox is a major crime. So his 5-star ritual is already getting a 1-star ingredient list. His grand ritual is now a budget build with discount blood, and my man is officially broke AF. He overhears some NPCs gossiping about a rare spirit fish, and you know a side quest just dropped. The whole damn town is gathered around, losing their minds over this legendary fish. And damn, the fish is literally sparkling. This thing is a straight-up mythical drop. Some jacked fisherman is auctioning it off, and the bids are already getting wild. Our boy does the math and realizes this fish is worth more than his entire life. Talk about a reality check. He dips out and uses the original owner's memories to find his way home. A dude opens the door, calls him third brother, and looks completely shocked to see him. This guy, his second brother, immediately yanks him inside, acting super friendly. The brother offers to make him food, saying his wife is out. This feels way too nice. I'm calling it now. Something's up. Our boy is sweating bullets, just glad he dodged whatever weird family drama was brewing. He finds a secluded courtyard, perfect for some sketchy, unsanctioned magical shenanigans. Yep, this is the spot. Time to see if his budget build ritual actually does anything. He whips out the bucket of discount blood he bought. Let's get this party started. My man starts pouring out the blood, beginning his grand plan to cheat the system. He draws a whole-ass magic circle like a pro, claiming it's easy because he's a big brain. He starts his prayer, gassing himself up as some devout scholar named Li Zhou. Li Zhou formally asks the Heaven Swallower to hook him up with some immortal powers. And nothing. He's wondering if the gods fact-checked his claim about reading scriptures. The ritual flops, and my man's biggest L is all the cash he just poured on the ground. Broke again. Just as he's mourning his wallet, my man gets hit with a migraine from hell. Guess the gods have a late fee. He drops to his knees as a tail sprouts from his back. Bro's budget ritual came with some unexpected DLC. Turns out the Heaven Swallower did show up, and it's a whole-ass demon wolf looming over him. My man's getting whispers from the void, but the connection is lagging. Someone get this god some better Wi-Fi. The power-up is going into overdrive, and it looks like it hurts. A lot. He stands up with the full demon eye glow up, looking like he's about to end someone's whole career. And he immediately faceplants. His body's hardware couldn't handle the software update. Classic. He wakes up in the mindscape, looking like he just got a full 8 hours. The glow-up is real. A mysterious glowing space egg appears. Is this the gachapole he just spent all his money on? Now he's in some kind of spirit dimension, staring at his prize. The main quest is finally starting. For real this time. My boy is floating in the void, rocking his new tail. The budget ritual actually paid off with a full aesthetic upgrade. He's trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Bro looks like he just woke up from a wild night out. The realization hits him. He's not just tripping balls, this is the real deal. Turns out that glowing egg was a whole-ass seal script. My man literally summoned a cursed ancient document. The script starts pulling him in with some dark, inky bullshit. This is not the power-up he ordered. He's getting absolutely manhandled by the dark energy. The installation process looks painful AF. My man is getting dragged into the abyss, screaming for his life. So much for a peaceful power-up. Some kind of ancient martial arts form is getting forcibly downloaded into his soul. Talk about a crash course. The seal brands itself right onto his neck. That's one hell of a tramp stamp from the demon gods. A goddamn sci-fi loading screen pops up. This isekai just switched genres from fantasy to cyberpunk. Second brother finds our boy passed out cold in the yard after his demonic software update. He's so shocked he drops the whole damn tray of food. There go the sympathy buns. My man rushes over, screaming his name and trying to wake him up. He's really selling the worried brother act. The sister-in-law runs out too, and now they're both hovering over him like he just died. Our boy's eyes finally flicker open, looking like he just went 12 rounds with the demon and lost. He sits up, trying to tell his family he's fine, but he looks completely spaced out. Second brother is laying the concern on thick, acting super relieved. Yeah, I'm still not buying it. Just as he's trying to leave, a literal holographic Hui pops up in his face. The genre just switched again. The system officially gives him his new class, Weapon Soldier. My man's isekai package finally delivered the gaming mechanics. He gets a massive info dump and a sudden, overwhelming urge to pick up a sword. The Demon Gods tutorial is officially underway. The system tells him he needs a mountain of metal to level up. My man's new class is literally pay to win. He tells his sketchiest family he's gotta go grind for cash. Second brother is still trying to act concerned. Our boy drops ABS excuse about training too hard, but he's really just itching to test out his new cheat codes. He's back at the forging shop, the same place where he was getting his ass kicked by Chef's son. The new system is screaming at him to pick up a weapon, and my man's thinking a hammer counts. He turns around with that "I'm the main character now" look. Oh, this is gonna be good. The whole courtyard of NPCs stops training to stare at him. They're not ready for the smoke. Some new red-haired instructor is lecturing about hammer techniques. The timing is almost too perfect. The instructor spots our boy just standing there, probably thinking he's about to cause more trouble, and the instructor immediately folds some random student to demonstrate his technique. This dude does not mess around. The instructor is schooling the poor dude he just folded, hitting him with the classic weak stance. Weak strikes line. He lays out the curriculum: master the white ape cloak hammer by year's end or get out. Talk about pressure. The instructor tells everyone to grab a hammer and get to work. And our boy finally gets his hands on a weapon. And boom, the system Wii pops up, giving him the full wiki page on this practice hammer. My man's got cheat codes. He's already feeling the power up and has to remind himself not to make the hammer vanish. In front of everyone. Play it cool, bro. The instructor shows off the moves, and our boy's isekai brain recognizes it as an animal style from his old world. Some new bearded dude shows up, and the instructor is already complaining that the new recruits are trash. The bearded guy starts kissing ass, asking Instructor Kin which of the noobs don't completely suck. Instructor Kin says the poor kids have potential, and the bearded dude sees him off with a real suck-up smile. The second Instructor Kin is gone. This dude turns into a drill sergeant screaming at the students. Total two-faced manager vibes. The two-faced instructor is looking way too happy now that the other guy is gone. This dude is definitely a problem. Our boy immediately picks up on the weird vibes from the instructor. Yeah, trust your gut on this one, my man. The training montage is already breaking him. My man's stamina bar is flashing red after like 5 minutes. He's realizing his base stats are absolute garbage. The isekai package didn't come with a free gym membership. The whole squad is wiped, and it's down to him and Miyugi, the try-hard. An entrance battle of the century. Miyugi watches our boy finally collapse. He looks way too happy about this. What a hater. Miyugi is gloating about being number 1 while our boy eats dirt. This dude's ego is fragile AF. Night falls, which means it's time for some classic main character grinding while everyone else is asleep. My man's sneaking around the weapon rack, planning to use his system to borrow the best hammer. He's using his UI to scan the loot, realizing some of these practice hammers have hidden stats. Time to min-max. He uses his system to find the epic tier practice hammer. My man's already min-maxing the tutorial zone. He starts practicing the moves, but this time he's got the best starter gear on the rack. The system prompts him to wield the hammer, and he's about to find out what that really means. The hammer straight up vanishes into his hand. Bro just unlocked his personal inventory slot. Turns out his inventory is a whole-ass sci-fi platform, but the free version has limited storage. My man is literally standing in his own pocket dimension. This is way cooler than a simple inventory. He summons the hammer back like he's Thor. This pay-to-win class has some serious perks. The system shows him the full skill tree, and it's a whole damn galaxy of weapons. The grind is gonna be real. And of course, The power-up comes with another skull-splitting migraine. The demon gods really need to fix their UI. His brain is now a training dojo with 100 shadow clones. The system is literally grinding for him while he sleeps. The system is downloading the entire hammer form into his brain, Matrix style. My man's getting a PhD in ass whooping overnight. The sun's up, which means the demonic software update is complete. Time for the beta test. Niugui, the tryhard, is already complaining about being sore. Bro thinks he's the only one grinding. Our boy walks out looking like he just got back from a vacation, while Niugui looks like he wrestled a bear. Niugui is immediately suspicious, thinking our boy cheated by practicing all night. The projection is strong with this one. My man hits him with the smoothest "I just woke up" flex, and Niugui's brain just short circuits. Niugui's hater logic convinces him our boy is too lazy to train in secret. He just can't comprehend the glow-up. Our boy is already living rent-free in this dude's head, and he's not even paying for utilities. It's a new day at the forge, and everyone's about to see what a real main character arc looks like. And the results are in. My man is hauling heavy-ass crates like they're nothing. The stat boost is real. My man's still on firewood duty, realizing the stat boost wasn't about raw power. He's realizing the update was less about strength and more about precision. My man's got fine-tuned motor control now. Now he's got a taste of real power, and is already planning his promotion to the inner court. He's standing there looking like he's about to drop a training montage album cover. The two-faced instructor is back on his BS, and the other recruits are already whining about it. My boy grabs the epic tier hammer he borrowed, already feeling that main character weapon bond. And there's the hero shot. My man's looking like he's about to drop his ultimate move in the tutorial. The instructor is back on his power trip, screaming at everyone to take the training seriously. Some random dude asks for the ETA on getting good, and the instructor is not amused. The instructor says it takes half a year, then calls up the tryhard Niugui for a demonstration. The two-faced instructor is giving Niugui a hands-on lesson, gassing him up for almost reaching novice level. Our boy, with his system-upgraded brain, decides it's time to show everyone what a real power level jump looks like. He unleashes a perfect swing with main character energy, and the whole damn courtyard freezes. Niugui's jaw hits the floor. He literally saw this dude eating dirt yesterday, and now he's a master. Meanwhile, the two-faced instructor is trying to get the real instructor, Kin, wasted during work hours. Instructor Kin, the actual professional, turns him down to go check on the recruits. This dude actually works. The bearded suck-up starts fishing for info about the shop expanding. My man is definitely scheming. Instructor Kin drops some heavy lore about a venomous dragon from another faction, keeping the boss in check. The bearded dude immediately backpedals, playing it off as a rumor while still trying to kiss ass for a promotion. Instructor Kin is giving him the side eye of a man who knows he's talking to a whole-ass snake. Instructor Kin finally recognizes our boy, and the bearded suck-up is completely lost in the sauce. My man is just vibing with his new skills, completely oblivious that the real boss is watching him. Instructor Kin is already calling him a natural, saying he's got more talent than the tryhard Niugui. And just like that, Instructor Kin dips, leaving the two-faced manager to question his entire reality. The bearded instructor's only explanation is that our boy is getting punished. Bro's brain can't process the skill gap. The sun sets on our boy's first day as the undisputed Rookie of the Year. A new king has been crowned. Night falls, and my man is back at the weapon rack, ready to absorb more loot for his system. He spots a dinky firewood chopper and realizes he's been sleeping on the low-tier gear. This whole time, the system confirms the chopper is absolute trash. But you know he's about to turn this common item into an epic drop. All that training has his stomach rumbling, and he's realizing his new powers have a serious food tax. My man's hunger quest leads him straight to the local butcher shop. Gotta refuel the system. He secures the goods, because even main characters with demon powers need their protein. He's not just here for groceries. My man's eyeing the butcher's cleaver like it's a legendary drop. The butcher just hands it over, completely unaware he's arming a dude with a weapon-eating demon system. The system scan reveals this rusty-ass cleaver has a hidden passive skill. My man found a diamond in the rough. He hits the butcher with that charming smile, trying to buy a hidden gem for pennies on the dollar. The butcher throws out a price, and my boy agrees so fast you know he just got the deal of the century. My man bolts out of there with his new loot, looking like a kid who just got a new toy on Christmas. He's already posing with it like he just pulled Excalibur from a butcher's block. The glow-up is immediate. The system officially swaps out the hammer for the cleaver. Bro just changed his main weapon class on the fly. My man's analyzing the weapon swap, saying it feels like he just got naked. Bro, it's a cleaver, not a new personality. He realizes the system yoinked his hammer skills, and now he's starving. The demon gods have a serious metabolism, and there's the fine print. He can only change his main class every 2 days. The system has a cooldown. What a scam. He's having a full-blown panic attack about how broke he is. Welcome to the pay-to-win life. My dude, the moon's out, which means it's time for some late-night shenanigans or another demonic migraine. And we find Chef Sun living his best life in a hot tub. My man's just vibing while our boy creeps outside. Chef Sun calls out our boy, Lee Yuan, by name. You know you're in trouble when the boss uses your government name. And he's back to being an errand boy, getting yelled at to fetch hot water. The glow-up was temporary, I guess. Chef Sun starts dropping hints that he knows about our boy's hammer skills. This dude sees everything. He starts dropping lore about some dude who's a simp for women. My boy's just trying to do his job, not get a quest. Chef Sun is spilling the tea about some dude's side piece, and my man immediately connects the dots. His brain goes straight to the hater, Nyugui, wondering if this is his sister. The plot thickens. Chef Sun drops some lore, basically saying Instructor Kin is way too high level for the tutorial zone. My man's just trying to do his job while getting a master class in the Forge's internal politics. So that's why the tryhard got promoted. It was a one-and-done deal, and our boy missed the bus. Lee Yuan thanks the chef for the intel. He's finally getting the cheat codes to the social game. Chef Sun calls him out for being the best performer, but my man plays it cool, saying he's not salty. Chef Sun hits him with the you-know-nothing, revealing the martial art he learned has a major catch. My man's face when he finds out he's been learning the free-to-play demo version of the skill. Chef Sun drops the bomb without the full version. You're basically grinding for years just to hit level 2. Lee Yuan throws a full-blown tantrum, splashing the boss after finding out his skills are trash. My man is having a chibi meltdown. All that grinding for a free trial version would break anyone. Chef Sun hits him with the "you're mid" speech, calling his body weak. Bro is getting roasted on a spiritual level. Lee Yuan switches tactics, asking to be Chef Sun's cooking disciple. He's finally realized the real master was in the kitchen all along. Chef Sun sees right through him, calling him an opportunist who just wants better food. He ain't wrong. My boy turns on the puppy dog eyes, admitting he's a freeloader, but also a hard worker. The hustle is real. Chef Sun actually considers it, while Lee Yuan waits like a kid asking for a new console. Looks like the charm offensive worked, because we're cutting straight to the kitchen. Time for a new tutorial quest. His first task isn't some epic training, it's literally just pulling scallions. The master's training is always humble, and now he's on chopping duty. My man's about to learn the secret art of the blade through dicing vegetables. Chef Sun tests his new apprentice's knife skills. My man's about to flex his isekai protagonist resume. Lee Yuan hits him with a few years line, but his inner monologue is all about his past life and the cleaver's buff. He goes full-on humble disciple, basically saying feed me, and I'm yours. The man knows how to play the game. Chef Sun gives him that "I know you're full of shit, but I respect the hustle" look. The chef reveals that sketchy-ass second brother paid him off, so that's why he was acting so nice. And just like that, Chef Sun is teaching him the full version of the hammer technique. My boy just unlocked the DLC. Lee Yuan is literally sparkling with joy. He's finally getting the premium content instead of the free trial. Chef Sun shows off a real master's swing, and Lee Yuan bolts off to start grinding. The real training arc begins, and we get the classic training montage time skip. Several months of grinding condensed into one panel. Our boy is back in town, looking like he's leveled up after months of training. The glow-up continues. Lee Yuan is back with that post-training arc glow, thinking about how Chef Sun's secret techniques have him leveling up fast. He accidentally flexed his modern world math skills and got promoted to procurement. My man scammed his way out of manual labor. He's out shopping for the forge, but gets sidetracked by a stall selling shoes. A true gamer always checks the vendors for new loot, and the shoes are just one busted-ass boot sitting in the snow. This is some bottom-of-the-barrel gear. The vendor says some dude named Cripple Liu sold him the single shoe. He's basically trying to sell our boy literal garbage. Lee Yuan uses his system scan, and of course, the trash boot is a tier 1 epic drop with a set bonus. My man's got the loot detector cheat on. Bro is genuinely shocked. He's been grinding for months, and this is the first piece of tiered gear he's ever seen. The vendor tries to sell it for a whole jin of silver, but gives Lee Yuan a special discount. Yeah, right? My man hits him with the classic walk away, and the vendor immediately panics. The oldest trick in the book always works. Lee Yuan leans in, threatening to buy his spices elsewhere. This dude went from errand boy to master negotiator in one time skip. Lee Yuan agrees to the price, but his inner monologue is already celebrating the scam. My man just committed grand theft bargain. A quick cut to a snowy roof, because you know our boy is about to make a clean getaway. And he's out, dipping before the vendor can realize he just sold the legendary drop for pocket change. He finds a quiet alley to equip his new gear. Time to see what this tier 1 loot can really do. My man's in his inventory dimension, admiring his collection. That single boot is now the crown jewel of his starter pack. He's already worried about the debuffs from an incomplete armor set. Bros a min-maxer even when he's broke. The boot equips with a dramatic whoosh. The system is installing the new hardware, and he's suddenly the Flash. The boot gives him a speed buff, and my man is shook by the power creep. The high wears off when the system reminds him about the cooldowns and insane upgrade cost. The pay-to-win life is a cruel mistress. Just as he's having a meltdown about being broke, he hears some dude's name being screamed. Another side quest just dropped. Li Yuan stumbles upon another crowd, realizing the town's legendary fisherman is back with another rare drop. The NPCs are gassing up this fisherman, Liang Shui, who basically used a fishing minigame to speedrun his life. Some new red-haired, jacked-up dude pushes through the crowd like he owns the place. You know he's got money. Red hair flexes a fat sack of cash, trying to buy the spirit fish on the spot. The rich get richer. Man, Li Yuan's back in his broke-ass chibi form, realizing he can't even afford the DLC in this world. He decides to dip out of the high roller auction and head back to his sketchiest family's place. And look who it is, second brother, just casually shoveling snow like he isn't a walking red flag. He spots Li Yuan and immediately puts on that fake-ass "I'm so happy to see you" face. We know you paid to get rid of him, bro. Li Yuan offers him some fish, playing the part of the dutiful little brother. My man's learning the social game. Second brother is laying it on thick again, but Li Yuan shuts him down, saying he already ate. He's not falling for that trap twice. Second brother keeps up the act, offering a new coat. Li Yuan's already calling BS and asking about the cash flow. My boy does the math and realizes this coat is worth half a year's rent. The numbers ain't adding up, chief. Second brother drops a weak-ass excuse, but Li Yuan tries to turn it down. He knows something's up. The brother forces the coat on him with a whole guilt trip about his wife. This dude's laying it on way too thick. He's still playing the part of the doting big brother. The performance is getting a little desperate, my guy. Li Yuan is not buying a single word of this. You can see the gears turning in his head. My man just cuts through the BS and asks him straight up if he's in debt. Time for the truth. Second brother immediately knows who snitched, blaming Chef Sun for spilling the tea. Busted. He's just standing there looking all dramatic. Yeah, that's the look of a man who just got caught in a lie. And there it is. He admits he took out a loan with some insane interest rate. This dude is a financial genius. Li Yuan tries to play the good guy, telling his brother he didn't have to go into debt for him. The sister-in-law walks in, and the family drama just got a new cast member. The vibe is tense AF. We get a close-up on her hands, which are all messed up from the cold. Okay, the guilt trip is officially working. She offers him the coat again, playing it off like it's no big deal. My man accepts, but the suspicion is still there. Second brother is putting on a whole show, acting like the perfect husband. This happy family act is not fooling anyone. Li Yuan tries to dip again, but they're still trying to get him to stay for dinner. He's not falling for that trap twice. He bolts out of there, and second brother just watches him go. That new epic boot is already getting a workout. A dramatic shot of a snowy roof means it's time for some serious main character brooding. Li Yuan's piecing it together, realizing his simple brother is more complicated than he thought. He's trying to rationalize the whole mess, and his brilliant idea is to take out his own loan to power level his system. Bro's about to fight debt with more debt. Li Yuan decides the first step to fixing his money problems is to get good. Bro's about to grind his way out of debt. And so begins the classic late-night training montage, complete with dramatic martial arts kai. He's trying out the new breathing technique from Chef Sun's DLC, but his stamina bar is already flashing red. My man swaps out his new speedrunning boots for the hammer. Time to get back to the main quest grind. He starts swinging the hammer like a madman, and it looks like he's about to throw his back out on the first rep. And just like that, he's a human Beyblade, kicking up a whole snowstorm with his new moves. The glow-up is fast. Meanwhile, some random dude is trying to sleep, and our boy's training montage is ruining his whole night. The neighbor gets out of bed, looking absolutely pissed. My man's about to get a noise complaint from a dude built like a brick shithouse. He spots our boy and his brain just short circuits, trying to process what the hell he's seen. Li Yuan's new senses are so op he heard the dude's heartbeat from across the yard. My man's got wall hacks now. Li Yuan's face when he realizes the DLC from Chef Sun actually works. The power-up is officially installed. He's feeling the gains and wants to test his new build. But Chef Sun's chibi head pops up for a late-night snack break. My man is shook that the chef found him, and the neighbor is wondering why the boss is calling this dude by his first name. Chef Sun is hooking him up with a post-grind meal and some special juice. This is the master-student relationship we love to see. The chef is basically forcing him to drink the good stuff. My man went from errand boy to the chef's favorite in record time. Chef Sun starts grilling him, asking how his mid-tier body leveled up so fast and calling out his brother for dropping cash on him. Lee Yuan plays it smart, using his sketchy brother as the perfect cover story for his system-based glow-up. Chef Sun offers him the promotion spot, and my man plays dumb like he doesn't know it was meant for the hater, Niugui. The chef calls him out, asking if he's scared to beef with Instructor Kin. But my boy is just playing the long game. Lee Yuan's inner monologue confirms Instructor Kin is a whole different level of beast, basically one step away from becoming a raid boss. Chef Sun tells Lee Yuan to stop being a punk, saying the forge has rules and King can't just run the place. Lee Yuan's chibi brain calls out the chef for being a total suck-up to Kin just a few days ago. Chef Sun hits him with a reality check, saying poor boys like him have to fight for every scrap they get. The chef says he only spoke up because he sees potential, but the choice to act is all on him. Lee Yuan thanks him for the advice, and they seal the deal with a classic master-student toast. And just like that, Chef Sun is passed out cold. That special juice was clearly the good stuff. With his master out cold, Lee Yuan heads back into the snow to get back on that grind. My man is feeling that special juice, announcing he's broken through and is ready for an all-nighter. He's back to swinging the hammer, now with a full-on blood energy aura. The power-up is looking sick. He wakes up after a few hours feeling completely refreshed. That juice is better than a full night's sleep. My man's already flexing that he's surpassed the textbook definition of mastery. That demon juice is some next-level pre-workout. And of course, the hater Niugui is creeping from the window, finally catching him in the act of not being a lazy bum. Niugui's finally connecting the dots, realizing our boy's been on that secret grind. He's calling him cunning, but you know he's just salty. And he's out here screaming Lee Yuan's name like he's about to start a shonen rivalry battle. Niugui challenges him to a spar, but is sweating bullets. Bro's trying to act tough, but his inner chibi is having a panic attack. Lee Yuan hits him with the coldest not interested and just walks off. My man has zero time for side quest from haters. Niugui's coping mechanism is to assume Lee Yuan is scared right before someone else calls him out. It's not his sketchy brother this time. Some dude brought the damn bailiffs. My man's wondering what he did now. A bailiff steps up, saying he's here to investigate a murder. Well, that escalated from a morning workout real damn quick. Lee Yuan's first thought is that his sketchiest brother got himself killed. The family drama just got a body count. The bailiff is giving him the hard stare, basically saying don't even think about lying to me, kid. He asks Lee Yuan if he remembers the spice vendor he scammed for that epic boot. The plot just got real thick real fast. My man's first thought is relief that his sketchy brother isn't the dead one. Bro's priorities are a little skewed right now. Lee Yuan plays it cool, saying he only bought spices, while his inner chibi is having a full-blown panic attack about the boot. The bailiff hits him with the "Are you sure about that?" look. My man's poker face is about to get tested, and Chef Sun comes in with the clutch save, vouching for his boy and saying he's got the receipts to prove it. The bailiff just wraps it up and dips. Guess having a unit like Chef Sun in your corner has its perks. Lee Yuan and the crew see the cops off, looking like they just dodged a major bullet. My boy is shook that Chef Sun, the same dude who used to tenderize his skull, just went to bat for him. Chef Sun drops some lore on the bailiff and tells Lee Yuan he's in the clear. The master's got his back for real. Lee Yuan's connecting the dots, realizing the murder victim was the boot's original owner. But he's still missing the full picture. Chef Sun reveals it was a whole-ass massacre, and the city is now on lockdown. My boy is officially in over his head, and the light bulb goes off. He realizes the mass murder was all over the epic tier boot he just scammed. My man's having a full-blown panic attack, realizing he's holding the motive for a dozen murders and now his family's in danger. Chef Sun tries to yell him back to work, but Lee Yuan is already gone. Priorities, man. He's putting that new speedrunning boot to the test, booking it across town before anyone can stop him. Meanwhile, the bailiff who just left is already telling his buddy that Lee Yuan is sketchy AF. His poker face needs work. The bailiff, Q, is playing it by the book for now, and his partner drops some lore about a martial arts hall being their next stop. Bailiff Q starts monologuing about justice, basically flexing that he's got connections and isn't scared of some martial arts punks. His partner reveals the main suspect is a prodigy about to get a promotion to a place called Divine Weapon Valley. The plot thickens. Bailiff Q's partner drops some major world building, explaining that the martial arts sects are basically a shadow government. The partner finishes his lecture as they roll up to the suspect's crib. This ain't just some street punk they're chasing. The bailiffs go full-on SWAT team, kicking in the door of the martial arts hall. They are not here to play nice. And plot twist. The murder victim Cripple Liu is alive and looking like he just crawled out of a dumpster. Cripple Liu is going full demon mode on some poor bastard, pissed they stole his epic tier boot. My man's priorities are straight. He's just tenderizing this dude's face with open palm slaps. Bro chose the most disrespectful way to get his point across. Cripple Liu is listing off his hit list while the dude he just folded sleeps on the floor. He's keeping this one alive for intel. My man is already plotting his revenge tour while still looking like he needs a medic. The grind never stops, I guess. He peeks out the door just as the cops roll up. His timing is either terrible or perfect. I can't tell yet. Cripple Liu is giving the cops the meanest side-eye from his hiding spot. This is about to get real complicated. Cripple Liu is on his villain arc, monologuing from the rooftops about his stolen property. Meanwhile, our boy Li Yuan is about to find out exactly what kind of trouble he just bought. He's hiding in an alley, sniffing his new boot and wondering if it's got a hidden compartment. He starts prying at the sole, thinking it's just a regular busted-ass boot. And he rips the whole damn thing open, looking shocked that he just broke his new epic gear. But wait, there's a prize inside. My man just found the secret in his fantasy Cracker Jack box. Turns out the sole is a whole-ass martial arts manual. Bro found a skill book in a shoe. He's wondering, what kind of psycho carves a manual into a shoe? And if he has to castrate himself to learn it? The light bulb finally goes off. The massacre wasn't for the boot. It was for the S-tier skill book hidden inside. And now he's realizing the killer knows he has it. My man is officially the most wanted dude in the city. Li Yuan gets the full lore dump on the skill book, which is basically a forbidden art that gets entire clans deleted. My man's already complaining that he only got 1/3 of the manual, and the grind is going to be absolutely insane. He's whining about getting another hammer skill, conveniently forgetting he just found a legendary teardrop in a shoe. Li Yuan accepts his fate, realizing he has to master this forbidden art or get clapped by the killer hunting him. And we hit another time skip. 2 months have passed, and the city is still on a low-key lockdown. We cut to Cripple Liu, the boot's original owner, looking like he's been living in a dumpster for the past 2 months. Bro is looking absolutely wrecked, clutching his wounds and probably regretting losing his epic tier gear. He's wondering how this backwater town is suddenly crawling with high-level players from major factions. Turns out he barely survived a fight and is about to dip before he gets finished off for good. Just as he's about to escape, a whole-ass skeleton shows up to block his path. This dude's luck is trash. Cripple Liu just turned that skeleton dude into a pile of bones, and is standing there like a final boss. He's watching the New Year's fireworks with a psycho smile. This dude's on his villain arc for real. Meanwhile, someone else is whining about the snow. Wonder who this could be. Oh, it's the hater, Niugui, looking like he's about to freeze to death but still ready to grind. My man's literally gassing himself up for having the balls to train in a blizzard. The ego is insane, and he's out there swinging his hammer, trying to prove he's the real main character of this story. He finishes with a hero pose, acting like he just saved the whole damn city from a snowstorm. The tryhard is screaming his head off because he finally hit entry level after months of grinding. And of course, the whole squad of NPCs is there to simp for him, acting like he just became a god. They're already kissing his ass for a promotion and throwing shade at our boy. The hater club is in full session. The hater's already trying to rationalize why our boy is still trash. Bro's living rent-free in his head 24/7. We get a dramatic shot of a snowy gate, because you know some hater-ass shenanigans are about to go down. Niugui immediately starts acting brand new, telling his boys he's too good for them now. The ego on this clown is unreal. He's already running off to snitch to his brother-in-law about his massive level up. My man needs that validation bad. And of course, he's got to take a detour to go flex on Li Yuan. This dude's whole personality is being a hater. He finds a door cracked open and decides to creep. Bro's about to find out what a real power level looks like. Niugui's brain short-circuits as he peeks inside. He was not prepared for what he's about to see. His first thought is that he's looking at a snowman holding a hammer. The disrespect is just off the charts. Then his brain finally catches up, and he thinks our boy literally froze to death. What an absolute moron. And plot twist, Li Yuan is meditating in a whole-ass golden aura. My man was becoming a god while the hater was playing in the snow. Li Yuan breaks out of his meditation like a damn hurricane. and the hater is about to get a front row seat to the power gap. Niugui's brain can't even process the speed. My man's still loading while Li Yuan is already in the endgame. And there's the face of a man whose entire worldview just got shattered into a million tiny pieces. Li Yuan is literally a blur, and Niugui is just standing there about to get his whole ego deleted from the server. My boy lands the hero pose, looking like he was born with a hammer in his hand. The glow up is complete. The hater finally connects the dots, realizing Li Yuan didn't just learn the move, he mastered it. The salt is real. Niugui's first instinct isn't to get better, it's to run and snitch to his brother-in-law. What a clown. Li Yuan's already theory crafting his next build while some random dude yells at him about a 12-tailed debt. My boy immediately tries to hit up Chef Sun for another loan, and the chef is having none of his bro cash shenanigans. Li Yuan turns on the full power puppy dog eyes, promising he's good for the money. The hustle never stops. Chef Sun agrees to the loan, but not before threatening him with a spoon. The man's at Sundeer with a checkbook. Li Yuan asked about the city drama, and Chef Sun drops the lore on the ambush outside their shop. The chef confirms the attacker was caught, but the dude's whole squad got wiped. The boot's body count is still rising. And speak of the devil, Instructor Kin rolls up to summon Li Yuan. The hater, Niugui, works fast. My boy is sizing up Instructor Kin, realizing the dude's been hitting the gym hard. The power levels are getting serious. Instructor Kin gets straight to it, complimenting Li Yuan's talent. He's not mad, he's impressed. Kin admits the promotion should have been Li Yuan's, but he's got to give it to the hater because of nepotism. He calls out Li Yuan's fake-ass humble act, knowing damn well he's salty about getting passed over. Kin offers him a spot next year, but my boy is not about to wait around for a handout. Li Yuan walks out with that main character smirk, already planning to use connections to get in this year. The hater, Niugui, tries to play humble with his brother-in-law, but Kin ain't having it. Revealing the whole nepotism plot runs deep, Kin drops the lore bomb. This whole promotion is a speedrun to get into Divine Weapon Valley before the gates close. He gasses up Niugui's stats while trashing our boys, basically saying Li Yuan wouldn't even pass the tutorial stat check. And of course, the nepotism package comes with a free stat boosting potion. This game is pay to win. For sure. Niugui is all hyped up, clutching his cheat codes and promising not to waste his golden ticket. Meanwhile, Li Yuan is already thinking about the power gap and how he can't let his new sugar daddy, Chef Sun, down. He's clutching that loan money, ready to hit the market and find some gear that isn't a single busted ass boot. My man hits the annual gear market, surrounded by epic loot, and immediately remembers he's broke as hell. His loot detector eyes immediately lock onto a vendor with a glowing scythe. You know the system is already scanning that thing. He walks up to the vendor, trying to play it cool while asking about the scythe that's definitely not for cutting grass. The vendor hits him with "It's my grandpa's heirloom" sob story, while grandpa himself is telling him to sell the damn thing. Li Yuan asks to check it out, and the vendor's like, "Be careful, it's sharp, bro. You have no idea who you're talking to." And boom, the system confirms it's another tiered weapon. My man's loot detector is never wrong. The system drops the full wiki page. It's an old army scythe that's tasted blood, and now has its own damn soul. My boy is losing his mind. This thing is even more busted than the murder boot he's wearing. Turns out the scythe has a rare passive skill because the last owner was just built different. My man found another cheat code. He offers 3 tails, looking like a goblin who just found the One Ring. His poker face is absolute garbage. And we cut to a snowy alley, the official changing room for broadcast protagonist who just scammed a vendor. My man finds his quiet spot and immediately starts absorbing his new toy into the system. He's already mastered the hammer, so it's time to swap his main class to scythe-wielding badass. The system is downloading the new scythe class, and it looks like it's breaking the whole damn server. And there's the demonic software update hitting him like a truck. The gods really need to work on their user experience. My man folds again, getting absolutely wrecked by the skill download. This is the price of instant mastery, I guess. The pain's gone in a flash, and he's back to his main character Smolder. The system's lag is getting shorter. Bro's already on his villain arc, tasting his own blood and flexing about speedrunning the new skill tree. He's already theory crafting his new build and wondering if he can take on the tutorial's mini-boss, Instructor Kin.